Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Attorney Ann, CPA, CTT, and today pag-uusapan natin ang Revenue Regulations 12-2012, specifically talking about deducting depreciation expenses, lalo na pag bumili ka ng sasakyan para sa business mo. Medyo technical ang ating discussion ngayon, pero don't worry, I'll explain it in a way na gets natin lahat. All right. So first things first. Ano ba yung tinatawag natin na depreciation? So officially, it's a reasonable allowance for the wear and tear of property used in business. So basically, under our tax code, you can deduct depreciation from your gross income para mabawasan ang taxable income mo. Now, para mas maintindihan natin yung concept of depreciation, let's use a more relatable example for now. So example, you bought a brand new phone. Siyempre, no, super shiny pa yan and it works perfectly, right? But after 1 year or 2 years, hindi na siya kasing bilis, may mga scratches na din siya and hindi na rin ganun katagal ang battery life. So that's kind of what depreciation is for business assets like a vehicle. So think of it like this. When you buy something like a car for your business, let's say you use it for deliveries or for meeting clients, over a certain period of time, that car gets old, right? It experiences wear and tear. So its value goes down. Yung pagbaba ng value na yon over a certain period of time, that's what we call depreciation. Okay, so I hope that's clear. For tax purposes, the BIR allows the businesses to account for this decrease in value. So parang ina-acknowledge naman ni tax code na hindi naman forever bago at gumagana ng maayos yung mga gamit natin sa business. So through depreciation, you can deduct a portion of the vehicle's cost each year as an expense, what we call depreciation expense. So it's like recognizing that the asset is gradually being used up in generating income sa business natin. But here's the catch. If you buy a vehicle, automatic ba na depreciation? Answer is no. So, hindi porket bumili ka ng sasakyan, automatic na pwede mo na agad i-claim yung depreciation as an expense. So, remember this ha. Just because you bought a vehicle doesn't automatically mean you can claim depreciation. So, para ma-allow yung depreciation na deduction, pati na rin yung mga related expenses, vehicle-related expenses at yung input VAT, in the acquisition of the vehicle, you need to have solid proof like substantial proof like official receipts, no, or other records. Okay, so here is our substantiation requirement. Kailangan yung official receipts or your invoice or other accounting records should show the following. So first, kailangan naka-indicate yung specific motor vehicle identification number, yung chassis number, or other registrable IDs ng vehicle like yung plate number niya, yung engine number niya, ganun. And then, kailangan din naka-indicate yung total price of the specific vehicle subject to the depreciation. So, yung total price ng mismong vehicle na gusto mong i-depreciate. And the last one is, this is very important, yung direct connection or relation ng vehicle sa business mo. So meaning, kailangan nating i-prove na ginagamit mo talaga yung vehicle na yan para sa pagpapalago ng negosyo mo. Okay? And then, take note, may limit din. So if, for example, meron ka ng you have complied with the substantiation requirements, we also have to remember this limit. Only one vehicle for land transport is allowed for the use of one officer or employee. So yung ratio natin should be 1:1. So if yung officer meron siyang um yung business nagpapagamit ng vehicle sa isang officer and then dalawa na vehicles or three vehicles, only one vehicle can be claimed for deduction, no? So just 1:1. And at its value should not exceed 2,400,000 pesos. Yan po yung maximum amount natin. So, hindi pwedeng lahat ng mamahaling sasakyan ng boss i-claim as depreciation expense, okay? So, remember the threshold, 2.4 million. So, let's say your business vehicle costs 3 million. The maximum value that can be used as basis for the depreciation is only 2,400,000. So if in case 3 million yung acquisition cost ng vehicle, yung excess na 600,000 cannot be used to compute for the depreciation expense. Okay? So now, how do we actually compute for the depreciation? Here is the simple formula for depreciation. So we have here the original acquisition cost. So kung ano yung original na value nung pagbili mo ng sasakyan, yun ang gagamitin natin na starting amount. Okay? So yung original acquisition cost less salvage or residual value divided by its useful life. So what is this salvage value or residual value? Think of it as the estimated value of your vehicle at the end of its useful life. So para kung ibebenta mo pa siya after ilang years, magkano pa kaya ang matitira niyang value? Yan po yung tinatawag natin na salvage or residual value. Now, yung estimated useful life is the estimated number of years that you expect your asset to be used in the business. Okay? So, take note these two, itong salvage or residual value and the useful life, these are usually based on the management's best judgment, considering the nature of the business and how the asset will be used. So, it's not always a fixed number. Now, what happens if you don't comply with the guidelines set forth by this Revenue Regulation 12-2012? So, ano yung mga consequences of non-compliance? Well, aside from hindi maalaw yung depreciation expense, get this, pati rin yung mga gastos sa repairs and maintenance ng sasakyan, disallowed na rin. So, it's not just the depreciation expense, it's also the repairs and maintenance related to that vehicle. Hindi din pwede ma-claim as a deduction. Hindi pwede ma-claim as expense. Okay, disallowed na yan. And that's not all. You cannot also claim the input VAT for that vehicle. Ouch, diba? So plus, if you decide to sell the vehicle later on, and that sale resulted to a loss. So meron kayong loss on sale. That loss cannot also be claimed as a deduction from your gross income. And here's a whole other list of things you cannot deduct if you don't comply with the requirements. So expenses for oil and lubricants, gasoline, spare parts, tires and accessories, yung premium na binayaran mo or na binayad mo for insurance covering that said vehicle, and pati na rin yung registration fees. So, in short, it's not just the depreciation that is affected, but a whole lot of other vehicle-related expenses. So, all of these things cannot be claimed as an expense. So, dyan, sad tayo, di ba? So it's really important to keep proper records and make sure that the vehicle you're claiming for depreciation is actually directly related to your business operations. Hindi siya for personal use. And make sure you have all the necessary documents to support your claim. All right. So thank you. And that's it for today's short discussion on depreciation and revenue regulations 12-2012. I hope this clears things up a bit. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Do not forget also to like, share, and subscribe to my videos for more business and legal tax tips. See you on my next video. Bye bye everyone.